What's up, you guys? Welcome back. Today's show is going to be slightly different. It's going to go in line with everything I've been covering from the start. Kiely's case is super important, but the integrity of her case is also important. And my now friend, thanks to UpChurch and Creek Squad, XanaMayX, she's also extremely important. And, you know, when somebody who's innocent is accused of such a crime, if they're completely innocent and they have the proof that they've stated they have, that proof it needs to be shared. And it's crazy to me because I know what the reason that XanaMayX wasn't releasing the Hispanic party. She didn't want to risk these innocent people, this innocent Hispanic family and their little children, probably, I would say, 4 and 6 years old that were in the video. So what I removed the 4 and 6 year olds up close part in the video, and I covered up the family's name. I'm going to be sharing that with you guys. That video does exist, and it actually shows that she found it on Snapchat the way that she stated she did. So all of those people that said, oh, no, you were just there, that's why you know. No, she really did find this Snapchat video. We're going to look at that. There's so many other things I'm going to be debunking. You know, I'm also going to be watching and reacting to Ryan's newest video. You know, his video where he's cowering. He's finally realized that he went too far. Then we have this friend of his, Captain Dickhead or whatever, Captain Kurt, excuse my French, in my opinion. I'm going to be debunking his little video about how he said that XanaMayX had scuba gear in the back of her vehicle. But I hate to tell you, Captain Kurt, do you not understand that there are things such as a kayak cart, which helps you to get your kayak from your vehicle to the water easily? Yeah, my friend, that's what that was. And I'm going to be showing you that because XanaMayX actually took another photo of her cart for me to show you and compare to the video that you screenshotted of hers. And it's very clear that that's what the item is. So, yeah, we got a lot to look into today. I want to start out, like I said, by sharing the Beautiful Hispanic party video with all of you because I find that to be super important. All right, here we go. Let's share out the screen. If you haven't already, please like this video. Make sure you share it. We want as many people as possible to know the truth. That's what this is all supposed to be about, the truth. All right, here we go.
Let me take you back in time just a little bit. You remember the podcast where XanaMayX very first met Ryan at church? Yes, County Dodge, All-American Dream Chasers. And in that podcast, she stated to Ryan at church that she had a video of a beautiful Hispanic party that was located right beside the Foster Lake party where Kiely Rodney attended. She later let us know that she had found this video through Snapchat. And you can tell that in this video that I'm sharing with you that it was found on Snapchat. I did remove some very, very young minors, like parts in this video, really up close of their faces.
That little boy that was walking away.
To protect young children from really terrible people that I myself have been dealing with. I couldn't imagine the levels of harassment that XanaMayX's been going through, but I am going to make sure to debunk all of the lies that were told on her. Let me take you back in time just a little bit.
So there is that. Do you guys want me to play it once more? I'll be glad to. Let's just play it one more time. One more time, for goodness sake.
You remember the podcast where XanaMayX very first met Ryan at church? Yes, County Dodge, All-American Dream Chasers. And in that podcast, she stated...
You might ask why I've got the battery thing up there. Well, that is protecting the name of the Hispanic party haver, I guess, the person that took this video. They have nothing to do with Kiely's case or with UpChurch or with me or with XanaMayX or Psychobabble or anyone. So their name is to be protected. That's why the batteries are laying over it. But above that, You can see Truckee, California. That's because they shared their location with this video. And that means that anyone that was looking on there trying to find any videos from the party or around the party, you can find it easily that way by, sharing the location. Let's continue.
To Ron UpChurch that she had a video of a beautiful Hispanic party that was located right beside the Foster Lake party where Kiely Rodney attended. She later let us know that she had found this video through Snapchat. And you can tell that in this video that I'm sharing with you that it was found on Snapchat. I did remove some very, very young minors, like parts.
That little boy.
Really up close of their faces. All to protect young children from really terrible people that I myself have been dealing with. You couldn't imagine the level of
He's pulling that little dog.
That XanaMay's been going through, but I am going to make sure to debunk all of the lies that were told on her. Let me take you back.
All right. So there you see how she found the video. You see what the video of the Hispanic party was. So she didn't lie when she said that she had the video of a beautiful Hispanic party that was had there at, near Prosser, near the party where Kiely was. She did have that video. She does have that video. But she is such a good person. She's seen all of the harassment and just absolute disgustingness and didn't want to introduce anyone else into that. I know that this video obviously is going to get a lot of attention. I know that Ryan himself will be seeing it along with his Creek Squad, and that's fine with me. My whole point, I didn't take the music out. I left the music in the video, and I just recorded over it to explain what you were seeing and why it was important for you to be able to see it. She wasn't willing to put these kids at risk or the person that shared it. And I just told her, hey, I can remove that. I can cover up the name. I can splice it out just because there's no reason for anybody else to need to see that little boy's face and his true facial features up close. There was no reason for that. So I just took it out. And that gave us the ability to be able to see this video and share it so that I can prove she did not lie. She was not at the party. She had found that video by looking for evidence. She, like me, like you, like many of us, you know how a lot of you will take footage or go out to these places if you live locally and then send that footage to people like me or much larger creators, for instance. That's what XanaMay was doing. She was interested in having a true crime channel, maybe not even building her own channel, but she'd been out there recording stuff and finding things, looking at things to try and share with people like Mail and, people like Zav, for instance, people that cover these true crime cases. She was trying to do her due diligence and she could be boots on the ground and gather information. She never went as far as SF or check it or anything, I don't understand. I believe with my whole entire heart that what happened with XanaMay is what happened with a lot of the other people. But the reason that she has been the main person these people are going after is because she's a female. And in my opinion, Ryan UpChurch has a huge ego. He may even possibly have a God complex. I believe that to be true, but that's my opinion. And he cannot handle a woman having a different opinion or saying anything to him in a negative light that he feels is embarrassing. The only thing XanaMay said to him on that podcast that's totally set him off was that the Ronnie thing needed to stop, right? Now, a lot of us didn't understand why she may have felt the way she did. Well, now I do understand because she's a fan of Mail or was. I don't know if she still is. I'm not even, but that was it. She was trying to build her channel and it's understandable is what I'm trying to say. This could have happened to any one of us, any single one of us. See, going to Snapchat maps is no different than searching people's Instagram or TikTok pages, says True Montour. Exactly. And she is a sweetheart. She really is. If you know me, then you would know that I do not defend innocent people, or not innocent people. I do not defend people who have done something terribly wrong. I'm not going to sit here and defend them if I have any questions of their innocence. I have no questions about her innocence. She shared things with me that I can't even share with you guys because she is too worried about hurting other people. And that tells me she is a hero. She's not just a veteran, but she is a veteran, a 2-time veteran. Now, I want to watch real quickly. I want to review Ryan's latest video. And I want to explain to you why this video comes now. Well, finally, we're reaching out to bigger people. XanaMay was just on Popcorn Planet. I want to give out a huge thank you to Andy Signor. I've been a fan of Popcorn Planet and of Andy Signor since his MTV days. I believed him. I believed in his innocence, and he proved his innocence. And I want to remind you guys that people use other people to get more fame, to get noticed more. And it's not right. It's not right at all. But that's the way this world works. That's the way the internet flows. So let's go over and have a little look-see real quick at Mr. UpChurch's recent video. I'm going to be looking at Captain Dickhead stuff as well. Just be patient, and I will get to his accusations towards the innocent XanaMay. Let's see, wrong one. Here we go. Believe it would be this video here. Any day now, computer. Of course, they have to give us our commercials. That's how Ryan gets paid on here, right? Because his channel is monetized. Love you too, baby. Go on. Here we go. Let's hear what you got to say, Ryan. If he didn't like our Popcorn Planet exposure, he's really not going to like what's coming next. Make sure you let me know if you can hear this or if there's issues. Oh, really? You wish that all these motherfuckers would shut the fuck up, right? Well, do you not think that XanaMay wishes that you would stop harassing her? And even Tony Dodge, you sent your Creek Squad to go after him and many others. Icked Mel. I don't know much about Ronnie. That whole situation is weird to me. So I'm not going to speak on it. I don't know on it. I'm not going to speak on Ronnie. I do know about XanaMay, and I know that she doesn't appreciate all the bullshit you've been putting on her either, Ryan. I find it funny that now you're the victim all of a sudden. He feels so sorry for himself because he has such an ego. Like, he runs around, he gives people things and thinks he can buy the love and the friendship, and that's not how it works. That's your biggest mistake. Stop buying people. You need people who really give a shit about you in your life, not people that just want your stuff. And that has nothing to do with XanaMay. You've not given her shit other than a hard time. That has nothing to do with it. But he does. Like I told you all before, if you watched my stuff, I said he's going through a lot right now. A certain female, Nicole Arbor, has sued him now twice. He is being resued. And it's getting to him. All of this stuff is getting to him, and he's making really bad decisions. In my opinion, he did not start this out trolling. In the beginning, when he was harassing XanaMay at first, he was not trolling, I don't believe, in my opinion, at that time. I don't think that started until he started saying that Kiely was fake and all that. The reason he done it, to make it seem like the whole thing was a troll so that he can later create a documentary, wash his hands of this, and pin it on the true crime community. And we're not going to sit back and let that happen. That's wrong, Ryan. It's wrong for people to do you that way. But what do you do to them to cause these reactions? Have you done anything that could, cause that to happen possibly?
Because I think that you could consider it a running movie, like some people would out here. and they just fucking get rid of it. Like, for instance, like my
Poor Ryan.
people didn't tell me how much they like my music and all this and that. And
Tying it back to his music, because he does have new music coming out, doesn't he? And I really hope he doesn't name that album a girl named Kylie who's actually named Callie.
he's not what's going on. I'm doing beats for the sunglasses, playing this modern guitar in my own world. And by the end of the vacation, I ended up signing it and drawing this picture on it and gave it to them because I figured they'd keep it forever. And a week later, they're hitting up my fucking management.
He's feeling extremely sorry for himself, if you guys haven't realized. And now he's trying to make himself the victim, even though he is victimizing still yet and has caused all of his creek squatters to victimize XanaMay. And it's not just that either. They are absolutely ruining the integrity of Kiely Rodni's possible murder investigation right now that's taking place. They're trying to overshadow it, get all of that spotlight and soak it up. This is a serious thing, Ryan UpChurch. Kiely Rodni was most likely murdered, and you have been, I don't know, going around YouTube picking random people that didn't agree with you or said something you didn't like, your ego couldn't handle, and then you start tying them into the possible murder plot that you've come up with. And every single person is a YouTuber. How ironic. YouTubers that didn't agree with you and somehow rubbed you the wrong way. You need to apologize, Ryan. And this is all true statements. These are all true facts coming out of my mouth. All things you did, Ryan. And now you can't handle your backlash? Really? It's not even that bad yet. Like, dude. Oh.
My jewelry box is like a 900 to 1,000.
Yeah, any of us, like myself, I used to be a fan. I'd been a fan for 5 years until I realized who you truly were. Till I realized that you had totally fooled me. I actually believed that you loved your mama and cared about women and was a respectful, humble country boy that had made it, until I figured out that I guess that ain't true. And now you're saying you're getting death threats and stuff. You've always said that, so that's not really any different. But death threats are never good, not even towards Ryan UpChurch, not towards anyone. You should not be threatening people. You should not be harassing people. No form of negativity needs to be continued in this situation. It needs to stop. All of this harassment on XanaMay needs to stop. I mean, I don't really have a lot to say about this for Ryan. He put his foot in this. He caused all of this for everyone else, and now we're supposed to feel sorry for him. I don't think anyone should be harassed, ever. It's just weird to me that he's the only person that seems to matter. Do you not realize this? This is like his ego speaking. Talking about all this money. You know how, remember when he said, oh, if you think you've got the money, go ahead and sue Daddy. Well, That's good, Ryan. Yeah. Trying to make yourself seem likable again. Exactly, Ryan. That's what we're talking about here. The way you've been doing and acting. All the pain you have caused so many people, including Kiely Rodni's family, XanaMay. And whether you like Tony Dodge or you think he's weird or whatever, he was done the same way, and it's not right. A lot of people wouldn't like Ryan UpChurch after seeing all of this behavior and would think he's creepy and weird and awful. And it's still not right to, threaten people's lives and stuff. But what's really not right is that he is making himself the #1 victim. When he's created how many victims? YouTube creators, for God's sake. You care. You're the one that talks about how famous you are and all your money and how nobody can sue you and you don't never have to take accountability or live through your consequences. You never ever have to own up to what you do. That's what this is, Ryan. This is actual people that really did care about you, like actual fans that cared and tried to talk to you and tried to talk sense into you, and you blocked us and didn't listen. It's time you take accountability for something before something really terrible happens. You should be thankful that maybe now you're seeing the truth. Maybe Patty Lynn will tell you, Ryan, this is wrong. That's what I hope. I hope that you apologize and you actually make things right with not just XanaMay, but also Kiely Rodney's family. You said she wasn't real, Ryan. And why you did that, in my opinion, is to cover your tracks from all the harassment, defamation, just absolute malice that you sent to XanaMay, a female. Why is it always the female that you want to go after the hardest? Why? You have changed.
I am a totally different person than you seen in 2014. I'd naturally been like that any fucking way without all this shit. But with all this shit, yeah, I am fucking different. I used to be,
Basically, he is blaming the lawsuits from Nicole Arbor for the reason that he's losing it, I guess. I don't know. Always someone else's fault, though, if you haven't noticed. He's feeling sorry for himself. And I have to tell you, at one point in my life, I had found where I felt sorry for myself, too. And thankfully, I didn't harm others or try to put all that hate and pain and negativity off on others. I wallowed in my own sorrow. I wonder why. Do you know, Ryan, or do you care how many XanaMay has had on your behalf from saying she was a liar, saying she was actually at the party, that she didn't have that video, just saying all the crazy things you said, making her sound like she had something to do with Kylie's case? I mean, really? All because she said something you didn't like. Well, you know, you've already told us that you have TBI, FBI, and the local Cheatham County Sheriff's Department right in your front pocket. So, I mean, I guess you wouldn't call the cops. I don't know. But why do you need people in your pocket like that if you're doing nothing wrong? That's a good question.
You never got your back more than anybody. The front side of your motherfucking body, that's who got your back. If the front side of you is the fucking assault system, well, your back ain't got too much coverage.
Whose back do you have, Ryan? Your own? Exactly.
Fucking piece of shit trailer with a busted septic tank, living in a neighborhood full of motherfuckers that were doped up all the time.
All of this information is to make us feel sorry for poor Ryan UpChurch. Not like he didn't create this bed that he's having to now lie in.
All my brothers and my mama living in that one dopey ass little fucking trailer.
Honestly, I'm sorry that you grew up that way. I understand. I'm also from not such a great place. I don't have a lot. I have what I have, and I've worked really hard for it. I've struggled as well, as I'm sure XanaMay worked extremely hard to be where she is. And because she's worked so hard, it's like, it almost seems like jealousy coming from your camp, especially Captain Kurt or whatever.
I was sick of living like that, so I done something about it. That's where I wrote that song at. The next biggest song I did.
I'm not really worried about his songs. I want to get to the most important parts.
Paint up a black roll with a blanket over my foot, and I dedicate it. You know, there is 1% of them that have my back also.
Here he whines about how he just has 1% of people that has his back, yet he has a 3 million subscriber following that will beat up anybody for him. What's the purpose of this video, Ryan? Now he goes on to shit on a computer teacher. This is really concerning. This comment is super concerning. That is a very, very concerning statement. He's finally got all those knives out. He's got them cleaned and sharpened, and he's ready to start sticking knives in everybody. That's fucking creepy and very concerning. What, Dad? I guess so. That's why I asked you. You're supposed to be watching the comments. You're not doing it.
motherfuckers around here who want to fucking help people and like, oh yeah, I'm really using UpChurch where he's at. Look at that motherfucker.
Obviously, you're where you're at from your own hard work. But why? Because of your music, because of lawsuits, because of these people, because of bad friends, does that give you the right to defame and harass a fucking war veteran, Ryan UpChurch? This girl is such a hero. And honestly, she's become a friend of mine through getting to know her, through making sure of her innocence, through her helping me debunk you, through all of it. She has proved to me everything that I started to realize from just having fucking common sense. I'm really sorry for my language, but if you people only knew what all has resulted from his actions, things that I am not the person that can speak on them, but it's wrong. It's absolutely wrong. And then he gets on here complaining about all of these things and just completely making himself the victim. Why? Making statements like he's going to put knives in people.
You can't even spell hippopotamus, okay? You can't write music like that. Why are you telling everybody else? Fucking Michael J got shit going on, man. When you come up like that, dude,
It's just like he's so delusional on what he calls. It's just,
I'm going to show you. It's going to be in a book one day. You understand that?
he's mad at everybody and everything, even that poor little bug right there. And you know, a piece of me does feel pity. A piece of me does feel pity for him. But he doesn't have the right to hurt other people just because he's a rich rapper that has an audience that gets on here and creates content. You know, Ryan, I do feel pity for you because clearly the hate and anger inside of you is eating you alive and causing you to behave this way. But it is still no excuse. You have got to take it. You're afraid of the accountability. You are afraid. You are terrified, it seems, of the accountability for the actions you yourself took on these people, these innocent YouTubers, Ryan, and the family of Kiely Rodni, the integrity of her case. This is no one's fault but yours, Ryan UpChurch. You needed a long time ago to get rid of a lot of the people in your surrounding. Had you done that and brought in people who would actually tell you when you went too far, you would not be sitting here right now in this shape with new lawsuits, with new things, with all these problems that you created, Ryan, because of your actions, your negligence, your huge platform that you could have been doing good from all of this time. Instead, you choose to get on your platform and tell your 3 million subscribers that, first of all, that these YouTubers and a person that called in, Ronnie, we're all involved. You, in my opinion, you may have been behind the white Myro Ronnie guy, you know, on Tony's stuff to make your stuff seem more real, to make people believe you more. I do believe that's possible. I cannot prove it at this point, but when I can, I will. It's wrong, Ryan UpChurch. What you've done is wrong. You're taking all of that pain and anger inside of you and placing it on innocent people that don't deserve it. And you think you're not ever going to have to own up to those decisions. Now, what would happen next if nobody did anything or said anything? They did not ask him. They gave him the option. They said that they may accept his song. They're accepting creators like Ryan. They're accepting their music and going to pick one of them. It's an opportunity. It is not promised to Ryan. And I personally don't believe that AWP has a full idea of the shit that he's doing, obviously. And honestly, if they do, maybe they're not who that we thought they were. I don't know. I still appreciate their hard work. I still appreciate all the people they've found, all the answers they've given to families, all of that. But if they choose to promote somebody that's caused this much pain and literally to the family of Kiely Rodni and to my now friend XanaMay, then I will lose respect for them as well. I don't hate Ryan UpChurch. People are saying that. That's actually totally not the truth. I loved Ryan UpChurch. I was a huge fan of him. Ask my husband. I watched every video he put out. I listened to all of his music, and I supported him. But I didn't know who he really was, apparently. Or maybe this is just a manic state of depression he's going through. But regardless, he's going to have to own up to his actions. He's going to have to take the consequences that are coming his way. And mark my word right now, it's coming. Popcorn Planet was just the first outlet. There are many others that are interested in this story, in covering this situation, and helping the victims, in helping set the story straight for not just the YouTubers and XanaMay and those involved, myself, but for Kiely Rodni, for Kiely Rodni's family. The integrity of her case really relies on that. And so, again, like I said, I don't hate him. I was a huge fan. I wanted to help him. But I'm not going to sit back and pretend like what he's done is okay, or pretend like I'm stupid and I believe him. I know better. And I've seen many others I know that know better in what he's saying, and they just let him say it and pretend like it's no big deal because of the views and shit that he brings. It's wrong. It's so wrong. The levels of misogyny and just absolute duh. If you heard what Psychobabble had to say about this video right here, I feel the same, only I had some other things I wanted to say about it. But it's, Psychobabble's a really good example. He was a huge fan, more than me. His son that passed away loved Ryan UpChurch, and that's a connection for him. And I can see it in the videos he puts out. At times, he has so much trouble being honest about Ryan and what he's doing. But he does it because he knows it's wrong not to. That man has a lot of integrity. He seems to really care about society and about what is right and what is wrong. And I, too, give a big shit about those things, about the reality, the truth. Spreading lies and defamation and ideas and theories as fact is really dangerous, especially when you have such a large platform that you could be using for so much good. Why cause hate, harm, harassment, attacks? Why do that with your platform? Why? I thank you for shedding light on Kiely, but it doesn't seem at this point that it was done for the right reasons. Your actions after the fact have overshadowed the fact that you did shine light on Kiely Rodni's case.
I'm proud as fuck of that. I'm a success story for people that look like me. You heard? I'm proof, even though everybody tells you you can't reach a goal looking like you.
Look at his eyes. He knows what he's done is wrong. He himself knows. This is enough. I'm done hearing what he has to say on this. But it was important that we shared what he had to say. It's important to share that he thinks he's the victim. He's not the victim. He may have been a victim at some point in time, but that does not give him the right to create more victims. It just doesn't. And those of whom who have sat back and pretended to believe him and be like, oh, this is real. He knows what's up. He's the truth. Ryan UpChurch is the truth. No, he is not. He has not found one fact about this case. He has not done any due diligence in this case because it doesn't get the attention that he wants. He was once a good person, it seemed, but was he? We don't really know because it's like he's blinded us all. It's like we were all blind sheep, just like these people that we think are part of this cult now. And why do we say it's a cult? Well, look back, Charles Manson, many others, they could tell people anything and they would believe it because they thought that he was a God figure or something. And Ryan himself seems to have a God complex. What we feed gets stronger. Fact, yeah. Thank you, Pogless. This was important to me. I want to show you guys that video one more time. The real video, the Hispanic party, the Snapchat video where XanaMay had looked it up. She was a fan, just like all of you. You know, some of you may not send in images or videos for people like me that create content around like true crime, But there are people that do it. They get so involved and so into it, it helps them have like an exit from their life. It's something else they're interested in, a hobby. And they do that. So imagine if you've ever sent a video or footage to anybody, to any creator, you could be XanaMay right now, because that's what she did. She got involved. When Tony found out that she was there at Truckee, he lost his shit. He wanted her on his podcast until Ryan UpChurch came along, who had more people, more views, more, more clout, more everything. And then XanaMay was nothing. And that's something I do want to hash on. I do not support the way Tony Dodge treated my friend XanaMay, my now friend, thanks to Ryan UpChurch in this whole situation. As soon as Ryan came on, it was all about Ryan. He allowed Ryan to call my friend XanaMay a bitch, to call her FAT, to call her a fat cow, to call her all these things. She's none of those things. She's beautiful. She's gorgeous. She's just a very good person, a hero. And she's not fat, and she's not a bitch. And if you ask me, it's a bitch-ass move to treat women like that. If you're a real man, real men don't harass women. Real men don't physically, mentally, or in any way try to abuse women. They just don't. That's who I thought Ryan was a long time ago. I thought he had morals. I thought that he wouldn't abuse women. But I guess I was wrong. So let's look at that video one more time.
Back in time, just a little bit. Do you remember the podcast where XanaMay very first met Ryan UpChurch? Yes, Tony Dodge, All-American Dream Chasers. And in that podcast, she stated to Ryan UpChurch that she had a video of a beautiful Hispanic party that was located right beside the Foster Lake party where Kiely Rodney attended. She later let us know that she had found this video through Snapchat. And you can tell that in this video that I'm sharing with you that it was found on Snapchat. I did remove some very, very young minors, like parts in this video, really up close of their faces, all to protect young children from military people. I myself have been dealing with. You can imagine the level of harassment that XanaMay's been going through, but I am going to make sure to debunk all of the lies that were told on her. Let me take you back in time just a little bit. Do you remember the podcast?
All right. Now, moving along, we're going to go and cover a little feller by the name of Captain Cunt, Captain Dickhead, Captain Kurt. Sorry, I know that's immature. So let me just call him by his name. Captain Kurt, who apparently is a close friend of Ryan, whose children have been watching all of this unfold. I did notice that statement he made in one of their live streams they done together. He was like, yeah, I got to get my kid to sleep. Said they love you, Ryan. They're in there watching you on the phone right now. Wow, that's really, really great. Yeah, start creating these things in the mind of a small child. I mean, I hate to be that person that says it, but I don't think this content is anything that any little child should be watching just because Ryan is famous and rich and you know him. All right, so let's go find Mr. Captain Kurt, shall we? YouTube. All righty now. Captain Kurt reacts. All right. We're going to debunk some of Mr. Kurt's alleged notions. He believes that the thing in the back of XanaMay's car, he believes that was scuba gear. Well, I hate to tell you, but it isn't. I'll show you what was in the back of her car right now. Let's see. Here's that, that little screenshot he has, and he's pointing to it right here. This is supposed to be scuba gear, right? Wrong. It's not. So this is another thing they are, accusing her of, saying that this here is what was there. Well, it was actually a kayak cart. Let me try to find that photo here. Give me one moment. I'm going to screen share his video, and then I'll pull it up. I think it's this one. Yeah. And I actually have the map. She showed me where she went and all that. We're going to look at that as well. The B word did see the car, then dipped to the right for the video. Oh, wow. Once again, you know, that's immature, calling XanaMay a bitch. So I'm immature for calling him Captain Dickhead or Captain Cunt. That's not okay to call a man that is harassing and disrespecting a woman that is a hero of our country, a woman that put her life at risk for me and for you. It's not okay for me to take up for her and say that, but it's okay for them to call her every name in the book. Oh, I see. I see. That sounds like misogyny. Yeah. That sounds like you have a biased notion. And I'm so sorry that you're blinded. Where is it that he talks about the scuba gear stuff? I need that time point to look at. Exactly. I know it's all just garbage and it's nonsense, but people believe it for some reason. Let's see. Maybe this isn't the video to watch. Let's go back. Let's try. Oh, I don't know. There's many of them, isn't there? There's plenty of them. I wonder if Captain Kirk has ever had any lawsuits, because he just might. Now. I need that photo for my phone of the actual card itself. Dad, where are you going? I just told you I need you to get something. The phone? I need that, the kayak cart sent to me. Yeah, that's that same guy that's been on all of Ryan's lives talking absolute smack and trash about XanaMay. It's all the same. Everything this is the same footage from that other live I just looked at. Like, they have nothing else. They have nothing else. I mean, what is there for me to debunk, really? I mean, there's not a lot. And then people are like, oh, this is the truth. Are you kidding me? That's all he's got? That's it? That's pitiful. I need that screenshot. That the actual, make sure it's the kayak cart. The kayak cart. Here, give it to me. No, that's the scuba gear. Wrong item. One moment, y'all. I have another video we're going to watch too. It's to prove what she was talking about when she said, oh, there she is. She was talking about a poster and she seen her face, because XanaMay's a lot like me and she's just really emotional and caring. I know she sent me that. 1 second. Thought I had it all uploaded. Here it is. Kayak cart. I know I sent that link to myself. Now, how do I do that? Jeez. Let's see. Where would the link be for this? Share. Copy link. Okay, I figured it out. I'm going to send it to my Instagram. Paste. All right, here we go. Now, message her and tell her to send me that picture of her actual one once more. Yeah. Am I sharing out my screen with you guys? Probably should take that off. This is what was in the back of her car, for those of you that don't know. And I'll show you her actual cart. That's what it is, right there. It's a kayak cart. Look. See this? He made a big deal out of it. That's what it is, a kayak cart. For her to be able to get her kayak from her vehicle to the water without trying to tug it by herself. And they made that out to be scuba gear. That's what they said. It's scuba gear. Another thing Captain Kurtz has been harassing her over is, where's your footage? Ronnie went out and signed up, didn't you? Well, yeah, she did. And I have her photos from that time. She did go out. These are her photos from right there in the sign-up area. There's the booth, all that. She signed up. She was there. I also have her maps she sent me to show. Let me see. She told me what color was what. So purple, the purple line is her route when she kayaked. The yellow is where she walked. The white circle is the actual location of Kiely's car. And the red is the actual party location, where the party was at. That's the map of that. So that shows you she kayaked all through there. Then she walked through here. Because why? Because that's the Prosser campground area. So she walked through there. Then over here, she wanted to mark for us. This is where the party was said to be, allegedly. And here's the location of her car. All right. And then we've got more proof. We've got further proof. So this shows you she was there at the time of all these people searching. Because this is from her Caltopia app. See all these names? These were all people that were there searching the same time she was. Here's another map of people that were searching around the same time she was. Isn't that ironic, Captain Kurt and Ryan UpChurch? You made her out to be such a liar. See here? None of this adds up, XanaMay. What day were you at the campground and how long did you stay? What were you doing out there if you didn't look for Kiely? Ryan UpChurch was right. You're guilty as a MF of something. Now to find out what it is. And then all this, that is harassment. You yourself, sir, are not a man either. You're going after an innocent woman for what reason? Do you understand how ignorant this appears from someone who's not completely, brainwashed, whatever you want to call it? And then here's this. Look, I mean, she has proof of things. She was trying to help. And then Ryan tied her into this thing like she was involved. And she has plenty of proof. But she's innocent, She's innocent. She don't got anything to hide. Why these people are harassing her and trying to make her the main point of the story, I don't know. It makes me wonder what they've got to hide. What are you hiding, dude? Why are you doing this? Why are you harassing this poor veteran, this woman that's so heroic and strong? Why? Why are y'all so offended by her? Why are you so scared of her? Let's watch this. This is what I was talking about, where she says, oh, there she is, because she was also recording from her cell phone. Let's have a look. Oh, there she is. So, I mean, I'm really curious to see what these people will have to say for themselves. I just really am curious. Oh, she sent it? Okay. All right. Now let me share this with you guys. I look like shit today, but I just wanted to show you who I am. I'm real. Kiely Rodni is real. XanaMay is real. Even Tony Dodge, for God's sake, is real. Ikudmail is real. The Ronnie thing, I don't know what that's all about, but he's clearly a real person. And then is Myro. Myro's also real. But where did Myro come from? It really is weird because those little things like Myro are what got all of those people stirring to believe everything Ryan said. Without that part, I don't believe that he would have had anything, He don't have any evidence. He don't have anything. He's just got accusations saying she was acting strange. She's from Ukraine, you people. She's super intelligent. She knows different languages. She has an extremely hard job. She's extremely intelligent, like I stated. But there is a language barrier there at times. Sometimes she chooses the wrong word to use to explain things. And that doesn't make anyone guilty of anything. It's all propaganda, hearsay, absolute nonsense. The police are not interested in XanaMay. She's done nothing wrong. So anyway, let me share this with you all as well. It's the actual photo of her kayak cart. It's a little video or a picture here. I'm not sure, but I'm going to share it with you. Nonetheless, see, wrong. God, I look like shit, and I just keep wanting to show everybody. Go, Brittany, go. Okay. Here we go. Back to Instagram. This is a kayak cart. This is XanaMay's kayak cart. They tried to claim that that was fucking scuba gear, people. Like, this is who you're listening to. You are blindsided by anything they say. You believe it all. It's crazy, man. So that's what it is. That right there is XanaMay's personal kayak cart that was in the back of her vehicle in this photo that they were like, you know, harassing her and saying, oh, that's scuba gear. No. Look, that's the same wheel. Look there. Look. It's the exact same item that we were looking at just then. Her kayak cart. Look at the wheel. Ta-da! It don't take a genius. All you got to do is be willing to listen to the source and stop harassing people for a minute. That's all it takes. You're going to really owe a big apology when we're through with all this debunking, because I have more to come. This is just for today. This is what we looked at today. So now I'm going to read a few of your comments. And I just want to remind you guys, spread kindness, spread love, spread light. Not all the negativity. You know, be thankful. Be thankful. See, and messed up the part is who cares if it was the scuba thing anyway. Yeah, like even if it was scuba gear. But I'm just saying, everything they're making a big deal out of, I will be debunking for XanaMay, for anyone else that has been harassed. If you need me, I got you, babe. This is wrong. And no, I don't hate Ryan. I really don't. I was a super big fan too. And I just feel like even my child, if my child was acting in this manner, I would be honest with her. I would tell her when something was too far, when something was wrong. See, everybody, I think she's guilty of something. It could have been you. You're here watching my content right now. A lot of you in the comments have sent me stuff in my email. You've sent me different videos, different photos, all that. I mean, imagine if I blamed you guys for being involved in Kiely Rodney's case. Imagine if I used Ryan's logic against you. Imagine. Would you like that? No. And would that make you guilty of anything? No. It would mean that you were like being harassed, getting death threats, being told all these crazy things. Keep in mind, and even someone I truly did respect, another creator, went too far. They harassed an 11-year-old little girl that is here as a refugee from the Ukraine war. She's from Ukraine, people. She comes here, and then she has all of you and notable YouTube creators that cover true crime saying she's somebody else. She's 11 years old. 11. And she has nothing to do with this shit, people. She is that, like, who's going to be mean and belittle a refugee, a child, a minor, an 11-year-old, saying, no, that photo's from when she was 11. This is her now. Because Kiely had a friend that maybe resembled her. Like, guys, it's going too far. If you don't know something to be factual, don't fucking spread it all over the internet. Hold yourself accountable. Put red tape up for yourselves. You need to know when too far is too far. We all mess up. I've went too far before. I mean, in life. I mean, we all are only human. We all make mistakes. But this isn't just a mistake. This has been going on now for over a month. And so many of these people have sat back and just added fuel to the fire. And that makes them just as responsible. The people who have been rubbing their backs and rooting them on this whole time, pretending like they knew something when they didn't. Y'all are all responsible. And if something happens to one of these innocent people, who's going to be responsible? All of you and Ryan UpChurch, this Captain whatever the fuck, and whoever else harassed and defamed these innocent people. They're YouTubers. These are fans of true crime. You know, and then people are going to say, well, true crime is just awful. Well, if that's the way you feel about it, don't watch it. Stay away from it. Find something else you like to watch. Also, the Kiely, yeah, he doxed a little girl named Kiely. And then Eve from over on Zav's channel. He used her photo to compare to a girl that he knew was not that woman. He knew that was not that woman. The same as he knew that Kiely's friend was not actually XanaMay's niece or cousin. I mean, it's getting out of control. It's so dangerous. He has such a platform that he could use for so much good, and instead this is what he's using it for. It's fucked up, and it needs to stop. He's going to be held accountable. He is going to be sued. I don't know who's going to sue him, but I know quite a few people are. He said Come on, sue daddy if you think you got the money to sue me. Ryan, stop gaslighting. You know you don't want any more lawsuits. The lawsuits that you've had and the one you have right now are tearing you apart. So stop gaslighting people, pretending like you don't care about shit you do actually care about. Your ego is killing everything you've built. Your narcissism and inability to be honest about certain situations or admit when you're wrong, it's killing everything you've built. Your following is falling because of the way you've done. Please, Ryan, please, I beg with you, do what is right. Just admit that you were wrong and apologize. Stop the harassment. Stop all the bullshit. You know you're not right about this. At this point, you have to. If I have to continue debunking you to get that apology from you and to get the truth out, I will. I'm not harassing anyone, and I'm not ever telling anyone to ever harass anyone. You don't need that in this world. We already have enough negativity. Like, this is surrounding a serious possible murder investigation of a 16-year-old minor as well that, seemed to not actually have a true friend in the world at that party that night. And the integrity of her case has been overridden with all this bullshit from a country rapper that thought he knew everything when he don't know anything about this. It's just sickening. He thought in the beginning that by putting his car up for grabs that that he was going to be the hero and get clout from that some kid from the party was going to write to him to get his car, and that didn't happen. AWP found her, and I have heard that he actually did give him the car. So thank you for actually being a man of your word about something. I think your values, though, you're valuing those things like that, like giving money and giving things away over being a good person, Ryan. And that video I just watched, it's all about those same things. What you give to people, how you bought them. You don't need to buy people. You don't need to buy people. You are a talented young man. You've proven that. But you're ruining every bit of that with your narcissism, your ego, your God complex, your inability to admit when you're wrong to your audience. You love that they follow you and hang on to every word. But how would you feel if you were a fan of someone and then found out that you were being used as a tool? You wouldn't like it either. So I'm just asking everyone to stop the attacks, stop the negativity. I can debunk anything that they have said about XanaMay, for instance. And I'm sure that even with like Tony, if anything is further from that, he would give me the information because I've done the right thing. I went to the source and asked them myself. Could somebody lie? Yeah, they could. But could they lie and then back it up with facts and pictures and videos and all that? No. XanaMay's not lying about anything. She's been pushed into a corner and victimized. She's been threatened. Her family's being threatened. They went even real life. They went real life on her. Doxed her niece, her family. Made her out to be a spectacle of something she isn't. There is no foundation on these accusations. They're all just made up in his head. He believes it. Do you not see that he is right now in a manic state of depression? He's being sued left and right, and he's scared. He's scared that he's not going to be able to take care of the people he's been taking care of. He's afraid to lose the cult-like following that he has created. And all he has to do is be honest. No, XanaMay did not involve herself. Just like me, she tried to get into the coverage. Jamie, I'm so sorry for you that you are just so blinded by all of this nonsense. If you can't see the reality, if you've never been in a situation where you felt scared, you didn't know how to respond, you got some 3 million people and a rich guy accusing you of murder or whatever. I don't know what he's accusing, but that's what they're alleging to. And it's all wrong. It's all false. It's all based off of their thoughts. There's no evidence. Because she was acting a certain way, that makes her guilty? Absolutely not. Keep in mind, XanaMay is from Ukraine. Her beautiful facial structure, her tight skin. I know a lot of y'all are probably jealous. I mean, hell, I wish my face looked like that. She's not making a facial expression. She's not snarling at nobody. That's her face. Her face is beautiful and tight and gorgeous. These are, that's actually going down the line of being like, not racist, but sexist or discriminating against someone based on their background, their beliefs, their culture. Yeah, please. I am asking Eric. Will you please remove Jamie from my chat? Just block her from my channel if she can't act any better. So, thank you all for being here today. Make sure you share this video. I will have a lot more coming out soon. And it's just because I have a heart and I have the brain to see through all the bullshit. And I hope all of you start to see it too. I hope that Ryan himself sees this video and hears what I'm saying to him and understands that I mean no harm to the empire he's built. But he does need to make this right. He's hurting innocent people because he is not willing to admit that he was wrong. And that is wrong. So I'm going to leave you with that video that I created out of the video, that XanaMay talked about, the beautiful Spanish party, the beautiful Hispanic party, whatever you want to call it. I remove the small child's faces, and it tells you she cares. She gives a shit about everybody else too. She's not willing to risk someone else because she's tied into something because of some famous dude. She stood up. She's took a lot of backlash because she didn't want to expose anyone else to this awful, awful nonsense. And that's a hero.
Let me take you back in time just a little bit. You remember the podcast?
Shit, I keep wanting to show my ugly look today.
Yes, Tony Dodge, All-American Dream Chasers. And in that podcast, she stated to Ryan UpChurch that she had a video of a beautiful Hispanic party that was located right beside the Foster Lake party where Kiely Rodney attended. She later let us know that she had found this video through Snapchat. And you can tell that in this video that I'm sharing with you that it was found on Snapchat. I did remove some very, very young minors.
When I say I removed the young minor, it's that little boy, really up close of his face. Only a few seconds, but she did not want that out there, and I don't blame her. So that's what I'm talking about when I say I removed a little piece out of the video. That little boy, it was an up close of his face.
Really up close of their faces. All to protect young children from really terrible people that I myself have been dealing with. Couldn't imagine the level of harassment that XanaMay's been going through, but I am going to make sure to debunk all of the lies that were told on her.
Yeah, and if you notice, I even left the music in the background, you guys. I felt that it was important to keep the audio. So remember what we've debunked here today. That video does exist. She was not at the party. That is the video she was talking about. She found it on Snapchat through Snapchat Maps. There's like a little ping, and you click it, and it brings the video up. Because she was searching for, videos from the actual Prosser party to send to Ickadmail or me or someone else. That's what she was doing. And I mean, I can see it this way and explain it dumbed down so that anybody could ever understand what I'm saying she done. Now, here you have where Ryan and Captain Kurt were accusing this of being scuba gear when I've done shown you that it was actually her kayak cart. Right here it is. She sent me a little video clip of it, a live video, live picture, whatever. You know how iPhones do. And then someone else here had created this. So, if it'll ever load. Just making him out to be a clown. They seen it and knew that it was a kayak cart. So thank you to that person, to that channel. I also need to send out some other thank yous and ask if you haven't subscribed that you do. If you support the truth, if you support Kiely's family, if you support real, true facts, then you would need to be subscribed to these people. And these people have a heart, and they have helped us to get out the message and try and stop all the harassment. So thank you to Andy Signor with Popcorn Planet. Thank you to Psychobabble, who I had on early on before he went on to a lot of other things, and I'm super proud of him. He spoke the truth, and he himself is tied to Ryan through the death of his son, and that's a big deal. It's been hard for him to say bad things about Ryan, but he's like me, don't want to help further this. When you know better, you got to speak out and speak the truth. You can't just blindly follow someone because it's the popular thing to do. That's how this world has gotten to where it is right now. People that just blindly pretended that things were not going on. So thank you to them. Thank you to XanaMay herself for being so strong. If you haven't subscribed to her links down below. And the links of these people that I've shared content from are also down below. Ryan UpChurch and Captain Kirk. I do not agree with them and their coverage. I wish that they would stop the harassment and stuff. Since I used their stuff to react to and speak to you guys, I have shared their links because that's, that's my right to do that. Sandy should stay off the internet talking. Listen, if you cannot be a respectful human being that can see the truth and see things when they're right in front of your face, when you cannot handle that his notions have been debunked, just stay away from my channel. I don't need you here. For those of you that keep coming to me saying, Brittany, I don't want to hear about this. I only want to hear about that. This is my platform. This is my channel. And I will speak up when I know something wrong has taken place against someone that is innocent. I will speak up. If you don't like that about me, you might as well go ahead and unsubscribe, because I'm not going to be changing anytime soon. This girl does not need to be disrespected this way, defamed, and just absolutely harassed to pieces, assaulted in many ways. And Kiely Rodney's family, the integrity of her case, this whole thing, this is absolutely a shame. They are overshadowing this case because they knew it would have all of our eyes on it, and they needed our eyes on Ryan. That is wrong, and there's no excuse for it. None whatsoever. So if you don't like me, you don't like what I got to say, you don't like that I'm standing up for what's right, just go ahead. Don't let the door hit you where the good Lord split you. I'm out. I love you guys. Make sure you subscribe to not only this channel, Mysteriously Brittany, but also Mysterious Case Files. I will be going out to Truckee eventually and staying with XanaMay, getting information, doing interviews, and just really capturing that area. Really figuring out who Kiely was as a person, because that matters. She is a human being that lived on this earth and had a life. Don't forget about that. XanaMay herself also is a human being who has a life. And her 11-year-old niece or her cousins, they do not have anything to do with this. And what you're doing is harassment. So I love you guys. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you like this video and share it. I love you guys. Toodles. Mwah. I love you, XanaMay. The truth will be shed. It will be shared.